Hello, everyone, my financial and money besties. Today, we are in the last quarter of the year. Today, we're going to talk about how to skyrocket your net worth in your 20s, in your 30s, and in your 40s. So, if you are in your 20s, in your 30s, and in your 40s, make sure you watch this video to the end. Make sure you watch this video to the end because you're going to learn a whole lot. Sometimes I see people who are in their 40s doing what they're supposed to have done in their 20s, or I see people who are in their 30s doing what they're supposed to have done in their 20s. Sometimes it's just a whole bunch of things. So this is me giving you things you should be doing in your 20s, in your 30s, and in your 40s. So every age group in these three brackets, I got you covered today. But happy new month of September. Now I know there's so many feelings. We've entered the Ember month. For some people, they feel kind of different. Some people now start becoming more spiritual. Some people feel like this is a period where you have a lot of heightened challenges and some other things. But I feel like this is the month where all the things you've been doing since January, February, March, up till August begins to take shape, begins to make sense. So if you've been with me on this journey for finances, by now your finances should be giving you good returns and results. Secondly, this is the period when you can start you can start watching a lot of things because this is the period where people make a lot of go through a lot of temptations because you are now feeling like December is almost here. I have nothing to show for it, and you may do things you will not like. So this is me letting you know that everything is all right. Same way you played your other games, play it like that. You don't need to do anything extra because December is almost here. So I hope you listen to this. Let's continue. So I want you to get your 3 decades right so you never have to worry about money again. So I'm going to be talking about the things you should be doing because this 2025, I want us to really, really learn how to grow our money because 20 to 40 is such a very important time of your life. And I don't want you to ever have to worry about money. And that's because you feel like the things you're doing don't seem to make sense. We are currently in the new money era, meaning that the values that people do not appreciate as at yesterday, you can literally sit in your house like you're listening to me now and get some information and some value. So I want you to learn how to move from your mistakes to growth. So many people are like this. There are some things they didn't get right, and now they're feeling, oh my God, I don't think I've made a lot of impact. But you are not your mistakes. Say to yourself, I'm not my mistakes. I want you to be in this mood. Look at this guy going up to get this achievement. So this is the period where you should ask yourself, where have I gotten things wrong and how can I? It's never too late for you to start doing the right thing. So welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, my name is Julia, and on this channel I teach you how to make your money work for you. So if this is the kind of content you like this video, comment, subscribe to this YouTube channel because it will do you good. Anytime I'm making a new video, you'll be one of the first people to see this video. Let's talk about what happens in your 20s. I feel like 20s are like your defining moments where you begin to explore, where you're building and doing so many things. So this is the period where you make your bed. And of course, the way you make your bed is the way you're going to lie on it. If you make your bed very smooth, very comfortable, the next 20, the next 30, the next 40 years, you'll be able to lie on a very cool, comfortable bed and enjoy all the benefits. So this is my own little advice. Now, in your 20s, of course, you have a lot of high risk appetite amongst young people among 20 years. What should you do? That's the first question. In your 20s, I want you to think of building small, building your wealth small. Say you have a plan of you want to retire with 100 million or whichever amount you want to retire with. The question I want you to ask yourself is, how can I start small? You don't need to start with a lot of money. I see many people, you're always waiting for a perfect time so that they can make a lot of money. Can I tell you the truth? When you avoid financial planning, you actually miss out on a chance to build wealth because you're trying to raise a lot of money. You think that waiting for a perfect time will make a lot of beautiful things come true for you. most times those things you're waiting for may not come at that time you're waiting for them. So the worst investment strategy is you waiting for a perfect time. And this happens to us in different ways. We delay, we procrastinate, we miss starting small. And then the worst is when people begin to analyze. They get into their 30s, they now begin to analyze, they begin to criticize. And the next thing, you see yourself growing older. And the regret steps in. Regret comes with pain. So I want you to stop avoiding these situations and start looking forward to what small thing can I do. When you build small, you are allowed compound interest. Now I want to tell you the delay of waiting. 20 years, if you start investing from 20 years, when you get to 50, you've already had 20, 30 years to compound for you, versus the person who is starting at 40, growing to 50. The growth rate is just 10 years. Meanwhile, in 30 years, you'll be shocked at what a new decade can do for you. And I will still take you through the investment calculator if time permits, so you learn how to do this. Now, another thing I want you to know that is when you are in your 20s, you need to learn how to build a lot of skills. Learn how to build a lot of skills. Build skills on personal relationships, sales, marketing. Learn how to go online, content creation, so many things. It depends on the kind of things you love. Do more of what you love. So in your 20s, you can afford to make all your mistakes. It's a time to make mistakes because you have time to catch up. But when you are already in your 40s, you cannot afford to make mistakes. So let me show you how to build a wealth plan. Set a goal. That's the first thing you're going to do. Now, this is an example. You may want something more than this. You may want like 500. You may even want 1 billion. Dream big. But it's not about writing it down. It's about making sure that what you're writing down, you have a plan to make it come through. Then the next thing you're going to do is to find how much you need to invest monthly. How much do I need to invest to build and skyrocket my net worth? What should I invest in? When should I invest? It's one thing to know about stock, T-bills, mutual fund and all of that. But the question is, when is it the best time for me to actually invest in these things? And that's where having a community makes it easy for you. When you are joining a community helps you to understand that, okay, these things are good, but this is a better time. There are times you can be buying some stocks that you're buying them at an all-time high. But when you have some information, you know exactly when to buy more, when to buy less, when to hold cash, when to move your portfolio from one stock to another. When you do not have a lot of information, you will not do much. When you know better, you do better. Then the next one is timeline. For how long are you going to contribute this money? Are you making this plan that, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the next 5 years? Because that is how you make your bed. When I thought about making your bed and knowing how to lie on it, these are the ways you make your bed. So when you have put all these plans into action, into writing, you now begin to, be accountable to yourself. Every month you keep asking yourself, have I done what I'm supposed to do this month? That's how you skyrocket your network when you're in your 20s. Now let's talk about your 30s. At this level, what you need to be focused on, the first thing you're supposed to focus on is increasing your income. When you're in your 30s, you're likely probably planning to get married or already married. So you need to increase income because there will be family to cater for. Or maybe you're planning for a wedding. So all these things are going to come with some kind of cost. So you're going to look out for, how do I increase my income? Do I need to do a side hustle? Do I need to ask for a promotion or a raise at work? Do I need to create things like maybe going online or having a YouTube channel or doing things that will get me extra income? And of course, in this age bracket, most people are within the moderate risk. You're no longer as high risk appetite as the person in your 20s. You're becoming more aware. The money you are making is beginning to count more for you. So you're going to think of how to look out for moderate risk investments, and then you're going to build consistently. In your 30s, whatever thing you missed and jumped in your 20s, in the 30s, you're not supposed to jump or skip anyone. Maybe last year, every month, you're supposed to do 50,000, and you did it only twice or 3 times in your 20s. No problem. In your 30s, you're not supposed to miss any month for any reason. Now you track your net worth, knowing how much is your income and how much you're spending. This will help you to know whether every month you have some free cash or whether you are running in a loss. Maybe you are in negative. When you know all these 2 things, that will be a game changer for you. Now, the next thing is you know your investment rate. How much, and in fact, when you're in your 30s, if you used to do 10,000, you begin to do 15,000, 20,000. If you have been doing 50,000 in your 20s, in your 30s, you have to learn how to start doing 60,000, 70,000. Top up a little more. Let it be more than what you did in your 20s, because you are now getting closer to your number of retirement. So if you want to retire at 40, you are counting maybe 8 years, 5 years, whatever number of years. So build consistently, compound, track your network, then say no to irrelevant purchases. It's not a must you have all the hair. Sometimes you can just push yourself for the next 1 year to do more contributions for your future to be more sweeter than what it is right now. Okay. Now, when you know your investment rate, it means that you're really tracking what you're investing. Most people do not know their investment rates. They don't know when they should do more. They don't know when they should do less. They don't know when opportunity comes that they should look for money to actually cash in on a particular opportunity. There are some opportunities that may come in stock markets. We have some already. And I'm already discussing it with my VIP members. If you're not in that VIP community, please join. Now, are you getting value? If you're getting value from this video, drop a comment if you know now what you should be doing in your age bracket. But if you have not mentioned your age bracket, cool down. I'm going into the 40s. Now, the 40 range age, the goal is to accelerate. Here, you are more on a moderate and low risk appetite. Your investment should be growing. You should have investments in your 40s. No reason at all for not having them. And you should learn how to start auditing your life. You need to learn how to start auditing your life. This is where you begin to analyze, criticize things. You have to avoid looking at, do I have to impress this person? You have to look at what am I going to retire with? What is out there for me? You're going to review your investment and your strategies. What I've been doing the last 5 years, is it giving me results? What do I need to tweak? Now you need to work on your relationship, from yourself to your spouse, to your children, to the people around you, and spend more on your dream life. Spend more on your dream life. In your 40s and in your 50s, you need to learn how to send your money to work for you. You don't need to be jumping into high risk investments to catch up. Let me repeat it again. When you are in your 40s, you don't need to jump into high risk investments just to catch up. You'll be chasing high stocks, crypto, timing the market. You will cry. So learn how to use the set it and go strategy is one thing I say I teach people in the community. We have some stocks we have put on set it and go. We don't need to go and be checking it every day. They are giving us good returns. We are building good wealth. We are doing everything with ease. So go join a community. Even if you do not join my own community, just join a community. I want you to be able to learn how to take stock of your life, your career, your business. Spend more on your dream life. Spend more on the things you love. Spend more on things you love. Look at this particular ship cruise. This is the kind of thing I want to start planning on, how to take your family on this type of vacation in your 40s and in your 50s. Don't do it when you have grown so old. Okay, you have to think of having family time, how to go on this type of vacation, how to eat healthy, because your health should not be a top priority in your 40s. The question is, will you join the community to learn more how to structure your finances? Where should I put this? How much should go in this? Is it a percentage thing? Do I have anything for educational fund? Do you have anything for retirement? Even if you're working and you have a retirement fund set up, it's always good for you to have something. Do you have emergency fund? Do you have a sinking fund for Christmas? These are things you need to learn how to create, and we teach that in the VIP. We are running our VIP 5.0 at the moment, and we are doing portfolio review. We are getting into stock picks that are going to return 100% for us, and we're looking at how fast can they return the money. And you have no control over the stock market. So when you buy at a good price, go and cross your leg. If it delays, it is normal. Market can go up and come down and can consolidate over a period of range. You cannot control it, but it will make you good. And you also learn compound interest. Now I'm giving people access to my blueprint that will help them skyrocket their dream life. I have prepared a document that I'll be sharing with all my community, from VIP 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 to 5.0. Kindly join the 5.0 community. You learn, you practice, and you earn. So did you enjoy this lesson? These are some of our winning testimonials, people who have been doing beautiful things that are getting results. So if you enjoyed this lesson, consider liking this video, drop a thumbs up, drop a comment for me, and I will see you in the next video.